and there is some truth to it. What'd you make of what Aaron Rodgers had to say?
Well, I love what Aaron Rodgers said. I also love the way that Pat McAfee responded. I mean, if you would say something like that and those people respond like that, like Pat McAfee did, I think that's amazing. But Aaron Rodgers is absolutely right. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, probably second best quarterback. And the expectation for him is much higher than everyone else. So he's absolutely right. His average years are career years for most people, and that's because you're so good. And Nick, you mentioned something yesterday. I think this kind of says the same thing for Aaron Rodgers. When the Kansas City Chiefs win by 16, everybody's like, they should have won by 20. They should have won by 25. That's because our expectation is so much higher for guys like Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs. The expectation is different for the best of the best. Here's an expectation I'm looking at for Aaron Rodgers. Get to the Super Bowl and win another one. You're one of the best ever. Let's get a couple of Super Bowls on your resume. Once you do that, then you're in that conversation of you talking about the GOATs of the game. And right now, he just isn't in that conversation because of the Super Bowls.
Yeah, B, I absolutely love it. I love Pat's reaction to him saying that. But the best part was how calm and collected Aaron was when they were cheering and laughing like that. He was just like, yeah, this is what I said. This is what I do. But if you go back to last year, you can say that was one of the years he's talking about. He only had 4,000 yards throwing passing yards through the air on the nose, 26 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, led his team to a 13-3 record, and we weren't talking about them. We weren't talking about him. We were talking about Lamar Jackson, Mahomes. We were even talking about Kirk Cousins the second half of the year. We were even talking about Ryan Tannehill, Drew Brees. And there was no real big discussions about Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I absolutely love this. I love his confidence. And we're seeing who he is and why he's so great. Like that personality right there is why guys love playing with him.
Yeah. So this is the penalty you pay for being one of the greatest ever. It reminds me of a conversation we had all the way back 9 minutes ago when folks were like, hey, LeBron, 28, 11, and 9 on 54% in the finals. Step it up, buddy, because we've seen him average a 35-point triple-double in the finals. So it's like, is he really playing that well? Well, not compared to his best, but compared to every other player in the history of the league, pretty damn good. Same with Rodgers. Rodgers had a 4-year run when he played the position, you could argue, at the highest level it's ever been played. In those 4 years, he had 139 touchdowns to 25 interceptions and had a passer rating of over 110 over those 4 years. So we're like, okay, that's the standard. So the 3 years leading into this year, when the passer rating cumulatively, is 97, and the touchdowns to interceptions are only 67 to 12, we're like, oh, down year. Ignoring the fact that those 3 years, those 3 down years, 1 year he broke his collarbone, so you can almost throw it out. Another year, they went 13-3 and went to the conference championship game. And the other year, he had 25 touchdowns to 2 picks. Those were his down seasons. And so, yeah, I understand why Rodgers would be frustrated. He's like, guys, you're right. I'm not having my 40 touchdown, 6 interception MVP season. But I'm still better than everyone doing this except for maybe 3 or 4 people. And maybe I still can be even the best person doing this. So I echo these comments 1,000%.
I know, but now you guys put your old buddy Kevin Wildes in a bad spot. Because I love Aaron Rodgers. I love Pat McAfee. I loved the clip. But I want to be the guy, at the bar playing acoustic guitar, playing all the hits that you love. And now I got to turn and be like, and here's a song about the day my dog died. Like, what? Nobody wants to hear this, but here we go. Here comes the full screen that I got to do. Even though I'm supposed to be the energy fun guy, I got to be the negative guy. Aaron Rodgers was not a career year, buddy. Weeks 9 through 17, these were pretty bad stats. So you heard some criticism, but what do you want the media to do? This is not the career being yards per. You're 13-3. I'll try to say that. That was good. But it's not like this was totally unwarranted criticism, Nick. And I'm also mad at you for putting me in this spot of having to be the accuracy guy.
Well, you don't have to do anything. I didn't put you in any spot. But listen, man, you're right. You are the funny guy on the show. I'm supposed to be the numbers guy. And in back-to-back segments, you've created these wildly misleading full screens. You can't do here's his numbers over part of the season. Yeah. That's not fair. It's like, hey, let's throw out the first 8 weeks when he was awesome, and then the last 8 weeks when he wasn't as good.
That was the narrative.
So I just think, go ahead, Wilds, go.
That was the narrative, that he fell off. That he's like, he got a tired arm. I don't even know how to make a full screen. I asked Dusty to do it.
No,
I mean, this year is just
like
amazing for him.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
No, I was just going to say, Brian, that this year he's having an amazing year. He's up there with Russell Wilson and also Josh Allen for MVP. I'm going to continue to say that this guy is playing lights out. He's on pace, Brian. A-Rod is on pace for 4,800 yards and 52 touchdowns. He's having an amazing year.
Well, what he's doing is playing with a chip on his shoulder. No one's talking about him, and Kevin talked about the end of how he finished last year. Everyone's talking about Patrick Mahomes and all these younger quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. And everyone's forgot about how good Aaron Rodgers has been. All he's doing is just go out there and show you. And then every now and then he'll tell you about it, which I think is pretty cool because you don't hear it very much in this day and time. But listen, Aaron Rodgers goes out there and continues to be the best quarterback that he can be. And I'm talking about without some of his best weapons. Adams and Lazard weren't even there this past weekend. How good can he be with these guys? And again, last year, even with that down part of the last half of the season, they won a bunch of games. 13-3 as a quarterback, which is your goal is to win, is nothing to sneeze at. I think Aaron Rodgers continues to be one of the best in our game.
So 2 quick points. One is in defense of my old buddy Kevin Wilds. He's absolutely right that narrative was out there, and it's one of the reasons why some of the smart analytics folks thought the Packers were going to take a big step back, that 13-3 record was inflated, that they were not going to be able to duplicate it, and some of them were questioning, has Aaron Rodgers' prime ended, and we just didn't notice it. Rodgers is trying to remind everyone that, no, it can keep going. But the other narrative here that was going on 18 months ago, and we can't just ignore it, was Aaron Rodgers, coach killer. Aaron Rodgers and McCarthy can't get along. Aaron Rodgers can't get along with people. Forced McCarthy out. The man's got a street named after him. Forced him out. And then it was, Aaron Rodgers, is he going to get along with Matt LaFleur? Meanwhile, McCarthy's in a barn in Appleton, Wisconsin, just grinding tape, going to PFF, learning all these things. Smash cut to right now. Rodgers is on pace for an all-time year. Mike McCarthy's team is 1-3. And while the offense is playing well in Dallas, you are the head coach of the whole team, Jenna. So I feel, Colin Cowherd talks about who won the divorce. Right now, it's pretty lopsided. When we've seen Aaron Rodgers in the year and a half since McCarthy was there, and McCarthy in his year and a half since Aaron Rodgers, and he's split.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.